How's it going? My name is Rodney. I'm a housing stability specialist here at Neighborhood Place of Puna, and I've been working with Neighborhood Place of Puna for just over a year now. Well, as a housing stability specialist, the first thing I like to focus on is making sure that each and every family feels safe and secure here at the shelter. That way they know they have the space to, open up and, reveal their barriers to me, let me know their needs. And then that way we give them the space to, put the stress of the survival mode they've been in behind them and kind of get off on the right footing. Yeah, so the steps for each participant are very different based on their needs. So we sit down with them one-on-one, find out what those needs are. Then we, find out if they're document ready, making sure they have their birth certificates, social security cards, IDs, making sure they're housing ready. Then we go and look at their budget, what they're working with. Try and connect them to resources they may not have had access to while they were out, before they came to shelter. Once housing does happen, it's not just we're putting people into housing and then pulling back. We're still supporting them for a year following that. Connecting them to the resources that they may need to manage their housing, to maintain stable housing, childcare resources, and we want to set them up with the tools to succeed once we step back. Building trust with our participants, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens with every meeting, with every conversation. And I find one of the biggest factors in building that trust is just being there for them, coming through for them, celebrating the small wins with them, giving them the confidence to, have the confidence in themselves to take that step forward. For me, success looks like a happy family in a stable home, a family that I help gather the tools and skills they need to maintain that home long after I've stepped back. A place where they feel secure enough to come out of that survival mode that they've been living in day by day just to survive and really start looking ahead to their future. So I'm currently working with 5 families here at the shelter. They all reside here at the shelter, which is great because I get to see them every day. And that's one of the biggest boosts I get every morning. I come in and I get to hear the kids say, "Morning, Uncle Rod." And it's just, it really gives me the boost I need to get through the day. I do this work, a little bit of background. I went to school, I got a business degree. So this is not something I've ever seen myself doing. Got into case management as I applied for a job, I got the job, and I started the job and I fell in love with the work. It might be my selfish little thing, but helping people it helps me sleep well at night.